All right. Meow, meow, but all right. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, y'all, listen. We are live at the Chicago Spring Fling.
Yes.
At the, what's that? At the book signing.
Yes.
You don't feel like a book signing because it's just, everybody here is just so freaking cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we here at the book signing, and I'm here, I just learned something new real quick about this young lady sitting next to me. So I thought, you know what I'm saying, she was just old regular Austen. Old debut author, because she debuted, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Miss Danielle Jackson. But she's a boozy broad. She's down with Melanie.
Yes, I am.
I did not know that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Brown Book Series live from Chicago Spring Fling in the book signing, Miss Debut Author. Did I say debut?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Debut. It's been a long weekend.
Yes.
Debut author, Miss Danielle Jackson. Hi,
Thank you. Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I love it.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
So awesome.
This is so fun.
So, look, you've been here since
Thursday.
Right?
Yep, I got in Thursday. Yeah.
And what all you been doing, girl?
Oh my gosh, workshops, going, meeting, hanging out. The best part of this conference is it's one of the first ones, since the pandemic has happened. A lot of them moved to virtual. This one's in person. It's been so great to see so many people that I've either only interacted with online or I just haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun to just hang out and do the writers conference thing again.
I get it. So
yeah.
out of all the workshops,
Yeah.
which one you enjoyed the most?
I went to a agent editor panel yesterday, and
wait,
yeah,
I heard y'all was over there like, what?
I know they were telling us some hard truths, but also it was great to get their perspective on the publishing industry right now, being flexible, being ready for changes, being ready for abrupt schedule changes, like supply chain was said a lot, things are changing. But yeah, it was just really cool to hear their perspective and to find out what they're looking for, what they're excited about, and it really seems like the sky's the limit at this point, which is amazing.
I absolutely love it. Yes, and they said they was over there breaking hearts. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I cannot do that.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, I am, we said, my debut book comes out in July 19th. It's called The Accidental Pinup. It's a contemporary romance. I have been a writer forever. I've been a big reader forever. I love romance. I worked in publishing for about 7 years, and then I worked for a book review website. I co-host the Fresh Fiction podcast. It's all about, we interview authors and talk about pop culture in all its different forms. And I also work for an independent bookseller for an independent bookstore in Naperville called Anderson's. I'm the event coordinator there. And I love books. If you can't tell,
girl, yes,
that's all I do. Yes, and so I finally sat down and wrote one and worked really hard to get an agent and got a great deal with Berkeley, and here we are, just a few months out.
And here we are. Now, before we get into your new novel, girl, I'm gonna hear your ass get up with Melanie, crazy ass. I love you from Melanie. You hear me?
Yes.
Melanie Johnson, I love.
She's the best.
She is.
We've known each other. Yes.
Oh, so freaking nice. So cool.
The nicest.
Yes. I love her.
I have to say, she kind of made this interview happen for us. So that was great. She was the one who connected us together. Yeah, she's really awesome. But yeah, we've known each other a really long time, and have just always connected through publishing and through books, and have stayed in touch that way.
I absolutely love it. Let's try to make sure we have our volume together. We good? What's wrong? Turn my game. Really? You got delayed games?
No. It's super delayed the video.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So she's saying, she already made this interview happen for us.
That's cute.
Oh.
Is it cute? Because we got to wait a minute.
It's fine. I love looking at you you. You're my nephew. You're so handsome. You know, he was such a little boy. I mean, of course he's a little boy, but you know, we used to bring him to the radio station. He was too short to get in the seats. So we had to put him on a little console.
Yeah.
He'll just be there and message. It was so cute.
No, I don't think that your mic is on now.
My mic isn't on?
No.
My mic isn't on. You guys,
Oh no.
the plug came out.
Ah.
Okay. Your mic is on, right?
Yes.
Well, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, great. So, co-host up here.
Okay, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. And we're getting hooked back up. We're going to be here, but like we've been saying, we are at the Chicago North Spring Fling Writers Conference. We're at the signing.
I love it.
Vanessa Riley's here. Kate Rocha's here.
Talking my ass off. I want to talk my shit. Talking about Melanie crazy ass.
Yeah.
That's funny. Loving her.
Yes,
Loving me.
Melanie is the best, the greatest.
Oh, you're great at this. We got your podcast in there.
Yeah.
When your podcast come on?
It comes out every other week, usually on Thursdays,
Why haven't I been on your podcast?
because I have not done my job. And I will now have you on the podcast.
We broke up earlier just a while ago. I'm tired of breaking up with you, Danielle.
I know.
I'm tired of breaking up with you.
Well, now we're gonna fix it.
Now we're gonna fix
We're
it.
gonna fix it.
I need to take my game down now, and now I'm too loud.
We're still catching up.
You know what, nephew? I'm good, thank you. 'Cause how you catching up? It's you, it's not the film. How she can hear us real good than you can?
Yeah, now that you turn it on, it's on.
It's 2 minutes for you. It took like 8 hours for him, like a whole minute. We was sitting here, me and them and Dan was like 1, 2, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
Make sure I put all the syllables. Make sure. Really cautious.
This is very cautious.
This is funny.
I absolutely love it. I love it.
Yes.
So, like I was saying, well, you guys can hear me. That I'm here with debut author Miss Danielle Jackson, and Danielle.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna like your little book that's gonna come out here in June.
I hope so.
I said little because you woke up with me. We woke up earlier, so I couldn't do all that with you.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your book.
Yeah, my book, it's a contemporary romance. It's set in Chicago. It is about a black plus-size boudoir photographer who finds herself in front of the
Boudoir.
camera. Yeah, boudoir.
What do you mean?
Sexy, like sexy photos, like boudoir. Yeah, lingerie.
I knew that, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You know, y'all authors, y'all, you know, I'm like,
No.
is that a trope? I just.
Is it a trope? Stop it. But yeah, she finds herself in front of the camera as the star of a lingerie ad campaign. For reasons, you know, of course. And then the photographer that the lingerie company hires to take photographs is her biggest professional rival. And so they are forced to work together, and of course they fall in love, even though they don't want to. And it's kind of
never want to fall in love.
I don't know. The characters, they tell us what's going on, and they're like, no, I'm not ready for it. And we're like, no, we're gonna make you.
We're gonna make you ready?
We're gonna make them do it. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. What happened?
Turn your game down. How you sound like?
I sound like that lady that comes out on that Kanye West album. You know, that's my favorite part.
Man, you like it? I love it.
Nah, I do. I like that. I like what she doing. I like what I do. And home, it sounds good.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some cubes.
Some cues.
Some cubes.
What's that?
Some cubes to tell you like game up, game down, so we don't gotta mess up your interview.
It's okay. It's just with Danielle.
It's fine. We're good.
We're in the book signing. We're having a good time. We're gonna be talking to everybody. We're good. Now we was downstairs. I'd be like, well, if we don't talk to them through the just through
Yeah.
We're good. Thanks,
Awesome.
Nick. You can hear me clearly now. You can hear me good. I don't sound like that. Who is that? Anyway, on that.
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know who it is. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yo, I'll be at home. My husband, I just go up to him. He's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so plus size.
Yes.
Look, lingerie model.
Yeah.
Doing her thing. Lizzo, kinda.
Yeah, like Lizzo,
Sexy.
very sexy.
Yes.
I was very inspired by Savage X Fenty with Rihanna,
yeah.
her line.
Yes. Oh,
Very, you want beautiful lingerie and every size. That's
Yeah.
important. And if I can't find it in real life, I'm gonna dream it up myself.
That's what's up. I like me, girl.
Yeah.
You over there wearing them lingerie, taking them new.
Maybe. I'm not telling you.
I just want to see one of them. Oh, you gotta tell me. Just put it on your phone.
That's not my phone. I don't know whose phone
What
that
phone is
is.
this? Don't put it up on. Don't put it up on.
Nope.
Don't, never. Not
Nope.
It's not yours. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so we got that, and it's coming out in July.
Yes.
Now, so you are published with Berkeley. With
yeah.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you to get published?
I feel like I was really lucky, and I didn't have to wait too long. I signed with my agent in May of 2020, and we went out on submission. She took it out to publishers in September, so during that time we worked on my manuscript, got it in really good shape. We went out in September. By November we had the deal, and it was announced in January of 2021. And I know that seems like it was a long time ago, but it happened in quick succession. Traditional publishing can kind of take a little bit of a long time, and now, my book is coming out in July of 2022. But that's my dream scenario. That is like what I wanted to happen.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And is this your first romance writers conference that you've been to?
No.
Or
So
this is the first one after the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay.
I worked in publishing for about 7 years. So I used to come to these conferences, bigger and smaller, of all sizes. I used to go all the time. I was a book publicist.
Well, you was going, but you was working.
Yes,
You're talking about without working, just not working.
Oh yeah, this is probably as my author name, Danielle Jackson. Yes, this is my first one.
So Danielle Jackson is not your real name, it's a pen name?
It's my maiden name.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So talk about pen names.
Yeah.
Why not a pen name?
I don't know. I think as a kid growing up and aspiring to be an author, I really saw my name, Danielle Jackson, as my author name, and I love my husband. He's amazing. I did change my name, when we got married, but then I decided when I was going to be published, I was going to do it under the name I had always dreamed of it being, Danielle Jackson.
Great.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So if you could pick a pen name, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, it would have to be something, I don't know. I'm like, do I want to do something cool, like really short, like maybe initials or something?
I like those too.
Or my initials are DJ. Like I kind of DJ would be cool. DJ something. I don't know.
You don't know
it.
it's unisex.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
I think that could be kind of cool. Like DJ, whatever. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Maybe in another genre. If I write in another genre, it'll be DJ something.
I get it. So are you thinking about writing in another genre?
Not right now. No, I really love romance.
You like, I just got up in here.
Yeah, I gotta get this first one out.
So this would be like contemporary.
Yeah, contemporary.
What about like
romance.
romantic suspense?
Maybe. That is not like my forte. You know what I love? I do love paranormal romance, but I like kind of lighter paranormal.
What's lighter? You don't like the vampires?
I don't like when it's super dark and gritty. I like when it's kind of silly and fun. Like that's what I like. So when it's like that, maybe. So maybe under my paranormal name, it'll be DJ. I don't know. I gotta think about the last name.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun.
That would really be fun.
I think so.
So when you got the call from Berkeley, and they said, "Hey, girl."
I don't think they said that, but
They said, "Hey, girl."
no.
We want to publish your book.
Yeah.
Like, what was your first reaction?
My first reaction was, really? It was a little bit.
Why?
They're an imprint of the biggest publisher in the world. They're an imprint of Penguin Random House. and that's a big deal. So it was a little intimidating, but it was also really exciting that this editor really believed in my story and wanted to publish it.
Yeah. Okay, so is this a standalone, or will it become into
There is a second book, and so the first book is about the photographer and the two rival photographers. Book 2 is about someone who works at the Boudoir Photography Studio and the hero from this book, his brother, and they get together.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They can be read on their own. You don't have to read them in order or anything like that, but they are kind of set in the same world or same universe, if you will.
I absolutely love it. This is so cute. So what made you decide to write about, the model, her being plus size?
Yeah.
Talia Hibbert.
Right.
A lot of her characters, the Browns, are plus size characters and whatnot. And some people kind of stay away from it.
Yeah.
Because it's like anything that is different.
Yeah.
It's like, and some people don't stay away from it because they don't like it. They stay away from it because they're scared to write about it in hopes that it's not disrespectful, I guess.
Right.
You don't want to offend nobody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So how did you kind of keep it respectful, tasteful?
Yeah.
Like, did you ever be like, okay, I can't say big girl because they might think
Yeah.
So like, how did you work that out?
The thing that I wanted from the start, I knew with this character, and I knew it was important to me, I knew it was important to, my mom even, or other women in my life, to have someone who was full-figured or plus size or curvy, whatever you want to call it. I knew it was important for this character to be confident in her size, but I still wanted her to have a sense of a vulnerable aspect, and she is a photographer. She's not a model, but she knows she's beautiful. Right. She knows she's hot, and she knows that she could model, but she doesn't necessarily want to. So I decided, what would happen if this photographer, who makes her clients feel beautiful and seen and feel comfortable
in front of photographer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And how could I make her vulnerable? What would make her tick? And that was putting her in front of the camera, because she's not usually in front of it. And then what would push that further is the photographer taking the pictures of her is this man who's been taking jobs from her almost her entire career.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really figuring out what was going to make her vulnerable, but also not make her feel lesser than necessarily. I wanted her still to be able to showcase that she knows what she's doing. She's completely competent. She is in control. She's in control of the photo shoot. She's like art directing the photo shoot. He's just the photographer. And what that story would look like.
So you really got this. She got that whole Lizzo attitude for real, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love Lizzo.
Me too. Her new stuff, her new music, so good.
It is so
good.
Even her personality, I like that too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to reading it. But why you not doing a book signing today?
Because it's not out yet.
So
I don't have review copies yet. Or didn't they have them? They do. I mean, they've basically been sent out.
Where my book at?
I'm gonna get you one.
You have to sign it too.
Okay.
Something good and gritty.
Okay. Or can it be nice? Can it just be nice? Thank you for being so great.
Oh, so sweet. We woke up, y'all. She trying to get back in. She was trying to make back up with me.
It didn't let me back in. Oh no. Okay, I gotta keep thinking. I'll buy you a drink later.
Okay, me and you are never apart. I absolutely love it. And I cannot wait to read your book.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait.
This is amazing. Thank you.
But you know what? In doing all this and being a novelist, because that's what you are now, you're a novelist. What did you learn a little too late?
That's a good question. I think the value of, this is going to sound weird, but the value of critique. I am a very solitary writer. I kind of just write by myself. Right. I don't really send it out I don't have a very specific solid critique group, and that's something I'm still learning about, and that I do want to kind of develop that and find people whose opinions I can turn to and who can give me, I think, constructive criticism. That's something I think is really important.
That's what's up. I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, so this year, what is your most urgent priority both in your literary world and in your personal life? You like, shit, I get this done.
Yeah. Oh wow. Related to my career, I would say still finding time to do things that are wholly creative. So, now that I have this book deal, it's a 2-book deal, and with the possibility of a 3rd book, I have to I'm on a schedule. I have to have things planned. I'm like, my revisions are looming over my shoulder. Like, I probably should be doing that, but I'm here at this conference. But I still want to be able to find ways to refill my creative well and to continue to just write, without the pressure of a book deal. Like, it would be great to just write something purely for fun, but now I have kind of that author hat on all the time. It's always there now. So that's been a balance I have to figure out. And similarly, personally, I think it's finding time to practice self-care and relax. You kind of, when you start this grind, it doesn't let up.
You should know.
Yeah, but I also know, me personally, I definitely need that downtime. So I want to hopefully continue to find ways to do that.
That makes sense. I like that.
Thank you.
I see here. So if he was hosting a dinner party,
Yeah.
and could invite 5 people from any era, dead or alive.
Okay.
Who would it be?
Okay. Number 1.
Okay.
Josephine Baker. Because she's amazing. She's so cool. Yeah, I would love to talk to her.
Okay.
Number 2, I would say maybe someone like an author like Jane Austen.
Okay.
Because I think she's really. I love Austen. I think she has a really witty eye. A number of authors that I admire have said this before, but that Jane Austen, she really wrote contemporary romance. She was writing about the people of her time, and was critiquing them. So I think that's really interesting. Okay, number 3, I think I'd have to say Michelle Obama.
Yes.
I completely admire her.
Right.
She's amazing. She also just seems like she'd be cool to talk to. Yeah. So that's number 3. Oh gosh. Number 4. Who else? Oh my! I'm like let's Lizzo. I think Lizzo would be fun. She could come and just make us all laugh.
Lizzo with Jane Austen.
Yeah. Yes,
That would be
awesome. And then number 5, I think I'm gonna stick with musicians because they just seem like amazing. I think I would want Prince to come, hang out. Maybe set the scene with them together, set the scene with the music.
Yeah.
We would have the best time.
I absolutely love that. That's hot. So what do you want? Because you're a new author. So what do you want readers to know about Danielle Jackson? Like when we read your book, what do you want them to go away feeling or thinking?
I want them to know that no matter what or who you are, you deserve love. You deserve to fall in love. You deserve to feel butterflies. You deserve it. You deserve it all. That's what I want, and that's my hope for all of my characters, and I think that I've created journeys for them to fall in love in a believable way. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and they'll live on forever in my books.
That's what's up. I think that'll be all right.
Thank you.
I think that'll be all right.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it. All right, so before we get up out of here, because I mean, why not though? I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. I'm just hanging out.
They look at me like, yo, your next interview ready. I'm like, I don't know. We was just hanging out.
Yeah.
If you were writing a book about your life,
I don't know if I want to do that.
what would the title be?
Oh my gosh. What would the title be? It would probably be, are you sure? Because that's what I'm always asking people in my life. Are you sure?
Are you sure what?
Anything. Everything. I feel like I asked my kid that. I feel like I asked my husband that. I asked my parents that. Like, are you sure? Is that what you want to do? Stuff like that.
I love it. I love it. I cannot wait to read your book.
I'm so excited for you to read it.
Success to you. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Welcome to Romance Landia.
Thank you. I love it here.
I love it. All right, cool. Well, listen. Yo, if you're in the Chicago area, of course, we're here at the Sheraton Grand Chicago Spring Fling 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
This is so freaking cool, though. This is so freaking good.
I know, I love it.
Everyone is out here. They are, And it's open to the public though, so that's a good thing. And it's cool.
Yeah.
I got my off-screen producer. Okay, she's here. Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing. I just I told you. Yeah. Like it's like, yo, we next person. Cause you know what I was about to do. Man, you was about to just
We're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah, let's go co-host this thing on out. But I gotta go, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have to go. Danielle gotta go.
I gotta leave. All right.
Danielle
Fine.
gotta leave.
No, I'm kidding. Fine. See you later.
I done got put out of better places than this. But not by nobody good.
I'm gonna go buy some books.
Yeah, go buy some books. Because they're everywhere. Let me see.
Yeah. Show the books off.
After you'll find the camera screen. Get out the way.
It's our last interview, right?
No.
2 more?
I think so.
Oh man.
They're
Woo.
gonna have to deal. It's hard.
Why?
I gotta keep running back and forth.
Oh no, it's only when we're showing.
Okay.
We're ghetto production right now.
Please don't want to show too much.
We don't want to show too much. Yeah, we can't show too much. Wait, this part is open to the public, but we don't want to show too much. Somebody might want to have a little private moment, and we got a camera on them.
Right.
I absolutely love it. I love it. It's kind of cool here.
Yeah.
You can walk in front of it now, nephew. You can walk in front of it now. I switched the scene.
Yeah. It's hard. It's a struggle.
It's not a struggle. You're doing an awesome job. All right, so we're gonna keep this thing going. Oh, we're gonna stop and start again in a minute, right? Because we got a new our person coming. All right, cool.
All
So
right.
we're gonna I got 2 clues.
I know. They are on top of it.
Okay, I love it. They get me together.
Yes.
All right, ladies and
Amazing.
gentlemen, Danielle Jackson.
Thank
make
you
sure
so much.
What do you use for social media?
No, so my website is daniellejacksonbooks.com, and on Twitter and Instagram, I'm djacksonbooks.
D Jackson. I like that.
Thank you. D Jackson Books.
Yeah,
Maybe it should
that's
just be D Jackson.
That's how
That could be my pen
D
name.
Jackson, like Brenda
Yeah.
Jackson. So it's like
Ooh, okay.
I'm
One day.
One day. I'm saying one day soon.
I hope so. Yes.
One day soon.
Thank you. This was great.
Thank you so much. And you gotta come back on to the Brown Book Series.
I will.
And then we're gonna be going live later on anyway down there with you and Melanie.
Awesome. Yeah,
Not-
we'll be
not
ready.
Too much.
No, because I'm buying you a drink, so.
Yes. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Like, go get a snack. Come right back. We'll be right back with my next person. Let me see. I don't know. It's 2 people. I don't know which is which. So we're gonna be right back. Y'all just hold tight.